Hello friends, welcome back to your channel Simplify Your Space. This video is on pantry organization. Since I've shifted to a new house, this part of our kitchen had been ignored the most. Groceries were dumped as it is in the drawer and all different types of containers were used. Though items were accessible, it looked little cluttered and I was not happy with the overall look. Some items were bought but never used and there was a need for decluttering. While decluttering, I also realized that food can get wasted due to expiry if not used on time. Fancy food items, which most of the time are dumped in the pantry like a showpiece but never used. So carrying a grocery list to the supermarket and then buying them accordingly will avoid impulsive unnecessary shopping. Now let's see how I have decluttered and then reorganized my pantry. And if you are planning to declutter and organize your pantry, then these steps can be helpful. So let's get started. So this is my pantry. It's divided into two parts. The top part has 3 shelves where groceries are kept in containers of different sizes. And as these are deep shelves, they are looking scattered. The bottom part includes these 3 drawers where I store all the extra groceries. Though they are segregated and kept in different baskets, many unwanted and opened items making it look cluttered. Now let's start the decluttering process. Take everything out of the shelves that you use as pantry. Modern homes are designed with modular kitchen, with tall units or cabinets, which are assigned as pantry. So whatever may be the case, step 1 is to just empty everything out. Next step is to clean your pantry thoroughly, including shelves, doors, and the floor. Then place the mats or liners in all the shelves and drawers to avoid any stains due to spillages. Remove anything that has passed its use-by date. Discard any stale items or things that have been opened a long ago, and it is unlikely you will use them. Many times we buy items as they look tempting or we feel like making a new dish with some new ingredient, but later rarely use them. They not only occupy our precious space but also consume our hard-earned money. So always think twice before buying any new food product. Think of what you want to put where and get some organizers accordingly. Take help of functional space-saving organizers like cabinet rack, stair spice rack, Daisy Susan and baskets. These organizers not only help in space management but also make the space look good and organized, which is the ultimate goal of organization. To keep the pantry clean, I have used these table mats as shelf liners. And these anti-slip liners are useful for drawers to avoid movement of items. These glass containers are of different sizes. Clear glass jars with see-through lids improve accessibility to items. Also, the cost-wise they are quite reasonable and available online. Have provided the links of all these items in the description box. Another type of container which I have used are these beautiful heavy-duty glass jars with steel coating. The clear section is also provided to see what's inside, but cost-wise they are a bit pricey. I would suggest if you're planning a makeover of your kitchen, do not change all the jars at one time, as it may be an expensive affair. Stagger your purchase over months, which will be easy on the pocket. Like I always say, one step at a time and one shelf at a time. The most common problem with pantries is the lack of order. People can't find what they are looking for and don't know what they have because everything is jumbled up. That is where sorting comes in. Once you have separated out the unwanted items, you are ready to sort what is left. Group items in categories like dals and beans, flours, breakfast items, snacks, etc. Also separate the items for the extra stock. Now let's see how I've organized everything. This is before and this is after. Here on the top in these two baskets I have kept occasionally used items. This one has baking items and the other one is a goodie basket where I store few juices, chocolates and some other items for guest kids. Homemade mango pickle is stored in this beautiful ceramic jar. In the middle shelf, I have used this metal cabinet rack to utilize vertical space. On the top of the rack, I have kept these beautiful glass and steel jars to store tea snacks. Bottom of the rack is utilized to store these small clear airtight jars with soft candies, chocolates and bundi. On the side, these two baskets are kept primarily to store open packets of groceries and snacks. Sometimes few new items are opened, but we do not want to store them in separate containers. So keeping them in the basket tightly closed with rubber band or snack clip can be helpful, which also keep the pantry clean and clutter free. Moving to the bottom shelf where I have kept this Lazy Susan to store multiple items like few extra stock of beverages, sauces and pickles. By keeping them in this turntable, it is very easy to see and grab items. Just give a spin and pick up the items. So easy. Here on this side, I have kept few items in the glass jars such as frames, cornflakes and these another type of homemade frames. And in the corner here, some food supplements are kept with ghee and mustard oil at the back. Now let's see the drawers. The top drawer is used for storing all the groceries such as poha, vermicelli and dals, beans, sugar, tea, etc. Flours like besan, maida and rice flour I store in the freezer, so didn't show here. At the back, I have kept big 2.2 liters jars to store items which are used in larger quantity, and rest everything is kept in this 1 liter jars. Keeping them in the drawer is convenient for me as they stay visible due to their see-through lids and stay organized. To take out any items, I don't even have to carry the whole container. I just open the lid and with scooper or measuring cup, take out the necessary quantity in a bowl. Also, these anti-skid mats keep them intact and does not let containers to move from their places while opening or closing the drawer. Middle and last drawer are designated mainly for extra stock of monthly groceries. In the middle drawer, I have kept all the extra pack of snacks in these metal baskets from West Side. They are very nice looking sturdy baskets with handle. So if you need to carry the whole basket, they can be easily taken out. Here in this small basket, few soup packets, rasam paste and coffee sachets are kept. The bottom drawer is used for storing extra stock of spices and grocery items like dals, beans, flours, tea, sugar, etc. Here also I have stored them in 2 different baskets. Besides this, I use shelf cabinet above the cooktop to store frequently used items. For instance, in this left side cabinet, I store all the spices in these glass jars. Bottom shelf is mainly for spices which are used on daily basis but in small quantity. They are kept nicely visible in these stair rack which help in accessing them easily. Accessing jars from the back is very convenient. On the top shelf, all the extra stock of spices are kept like turmeric, mustard seeds, jeera, coriander powder, chili powder, etc. On the right hand side cabinet, I have kept these 2 plastic jars of rice and makhanas. This Lazy Susan here is used for items like honey, pickles and spreads. On the top shelf, few occasionally used spices are kept in this basket and some more random items in this Lazy Susan. That's all about this cabinet. And if you have been following me for long, You must be aware that wheat flour for chapatis and daily used rice is kept in this steel container just below the hob, which is very convenient place to access them. All the daily used oils and ghee are kept in this pull-out trolley. Post decluttering and reorganizing, I find it efficient, neat and user-friendly. Time spent on organizing my pantry will definitely be saved multi-folds during routine kitchen work over next few months. If you do not have this type of separate pantry and you use regular kitchen cabinets to store groceries and monthly stock, then do watch our older video on pantry organization. You may get some ideas from here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up and share this video with your family and friends. Do subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. We'll see you next week. Happy organizing from Simplify Your Space. Bye bye.